you ever walked into a room and without a single word spoken, you already felt the heaviness in your heart? Or ended the day utterly exhausted, even though you didn't do anything physically strenuous? That's not fatigue of the body. That's the subtle exhaustion of the mind and spirit. In this modern world, our energy isn't only drained by lack of sleep or poor diet. It's drained by emotional noise, unconscious habits, and spiritual forgetfulness. The Buddha once said, "Just as a solid rock is not shaken by the wind, so the wise remain unmoved by praise or blame." Dhammapada 81. Peace does not come from controlling the world around us. It comes from understanding and mastering the world within. If you've ever felt your inner light dimmed, if you've ever lost yourself trying to keep everyone else happy, this reflection is for you. Let's explore 6 common ways we leak our spiritual energy and how the Buddha gently guided us to live differently, with awareness, wisdom, and deep compassion. Mistake 1. Oversharing your inner life. We live in a culture that praises transparency, but the Buddha taught us about right speech, to speak only what is true, beneficial, and timely. Speak only what is true and helpful, spoken at the right time. Anguttara Nikaya. Each time we share our dreams, our wounds, or our plans, we open the door to outside energy entering that sacred space. Some may support us, but others may misunderstand, judge, or project their own fears onto us. There is power in silence. There is strength in holding your sacred truths with mindfulness. You don't need to explain yourself to be valid. You don't need to be seen to be whole. Let your presence speak more loudly than your words, and share your inner world only with those who have earned your trust. Mistake 2. Comparing yourself to others. In the Satipatthana Sutta, the Buddha taught, contemplate the body in the body, feelings in feelings, mind in mind, and phenomena in phenomena. In other words, look inward, not outward. Comparison is a thief, not just of joy, but of clarity. It leads to either inferiority or pride. Both are distortions of truth. The lotus does not envy the plum blossom. The bamboo does not compete with the willow. Each has its own season to bloom. Each follows its own rhythm of growth. When you find yourself comparing, pause and return to the breath. Say gently, "This thought is not rooted in truth. This moment is where I belong." It's mistake 3. Absorbing the emotions of others. Compassion is at the heart of Buddhism, but compassion without wisdom easily becomes emotional drowning. We often think loving someone means carrying their sorrow, but the Buddha taught loving kindness with non-attachment. Just as a lotus grows from muddy water, but remains untouched by it. Lotus symbolism. You can care deeply without absorbing pain. You can sit beside someone in grief without being consumed by it. Ask yourself, am I here to carry this or simply to witness it with presence? Is my compassion mindful or unconscious? True compassion uplifts, it does not deplete. Like the moonlight resting on a lake, close, luminous, but never entangled. Mistake 4. Holding on to old wounds. The Buddha once said, holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. Dhammapada 5. We cannot rewrite the past, but we can choose not to carry it into every present moment. Everything is impermanent. Joy, pain, praise, blame. Trying to hold on is like holding water in your palms. The tighter you grip, the faster it slips away. Letting go is not forgetting. Letting go is freedom. Forgiveness does not mean what they did was okay. It means you're no longer willing to suffer for it. With every breath, release the story. And with that release, find peace. The mistake 5. Always saying yes to please others. The Buddha taught the middle way, a path of balance, not burnout. A life guided by truth, not guilt or fear. Many of us say yes, not from compassion, but from anxiety. We fear disappointing others, so we disappoint ourselves. Ask gently, is this request aligned with my path? Am I agreeing from fear or from love? Saying no isn't selfish. It's a boundary rooted in wisdom. Say it kindly. Say it clearly. Say it when it protects your peace. You are not here to be everything for everyone. You are here to live truthfully and compassionately. Untersit. Mistake 6. Seeking validation from the outside. The Buddha did not walk the world seeking applause. He walked the Eightfold Path seeking liberation from suffering. External praise is fleeting. One day they adore you. The next they ignore or criticize. If your self-worth is built on the changing winds of opinion, your peace will rise and fall with every breeze. Instead, ask yourself, do I know who I am in silence? Can I walk my path without needing to be seen? Validation feels good, but self-awareness is sacred. The more you understand yourself, your values, your dharma, the less you need others to tell you who you are. Protecting your energy is not about isolating from the world. It's about moving through it with presence and wisdom. Just like the lotus grows in the mud, yet remains unstained. We too can live in this world, but not be consumed by it. Speak mindfully. Love without attachment. Stand gently but firmly in your truth. As the Buddha taught, be a lamp unto yourself. Mahaparinibbana Sutta. Let your life become the light that guides others. And in protecting your energy, may you find not only peace, but awakening. If this reflection spoke to your heart, feel free to subscribe for more mindful teachings. Until next time, may you walk in clarity, compassion, and courage on your sacred path.